Today our topic is why every Stoic kept a personal journal. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, even when things are hard. The Stoics believe that life is full of challenges, but we can face them with calmness and strength if we train our minds. One of the most important tools they used for this training was a personal journal. Writing in a journal was not just a habit for them. It was a way to grow, reflect, and become better people. Let's explore why the Stoics thought journaling was so important and how you can use it in your own life. First, a journal helps you think clearly. Life can feel chaotic sometimes. We have many thoughts, feelings, and problems that can overwhelm us. When you write in a journal, you take all those messy ideas and put them on paper. This helps you see things more clearly. For example, if you are angry or worried, writing about it can help you understand why you feel that way. The Stoics believe that understanding your emotions is the first step to controlling them. If you don't understand what you're feeling, you can't change it. A journal is like a mirror for your mind. It shows you what's really going on inside you. Second, a journal helps you reflect on your day. The Stoics practiced something called evening reflection. At the end of each day, they would sit down and think about what happened. They asked themselves questions like, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Did I live according to my values? Writing these thoughts down helps you learn from your experiences. If you made a mistake, you can think about how to avoid it next time. If you did something good, you can feel proud and motivated to do it again. Reflection is like looking back at a map after a journey. It helps you see where you went right or wrong, so you can plan a better route for the future. Third, a journal helps you practice gratitude. The Stoics believe that gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for happiness. When you focus on what you have instead of what you don't have, you feel more content and peaceful. Writing about the good things in your life, even small things like a sunny day or a kind word from a friend, can change your mindset. It reminds you that life is not all bad, even when it feels that way. Gratitude also helps you stay humble. It reminds you that many things in life are not under your control, and that's okay. You can't control the weather, but you can be grateful for the rain that helps the flowers grow. Fourth, a journal helps you set goals and track your progress. The Stoics believed in constant self-improvement. They wanted to become wiser, kinder, and stronger every day. But to improve, you need to know where you are starting from. A journal is like a personal record of your growth. You can write down your goals, such as being more patient or working harder, and then check later to see if you achieved them. If you didn't, you can think about why and try again. The Stoics called this prokopnon, which means progress. They understood that change takes time, but every small step counts. A journal helps you see those steps and stay motivated. Fifth, a journal helps you prepare for challenges. The Stoics were famous for practicing something called premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This sounds scary, but it's actually very practical. It means thinking about the worst things that could happen and preparing yourself for them. For example, if you are worried about losing your job, you can write about how you would handle it. What would you do next? How would you stay calm? By imagining these situations in advance, you feel less afraid of them. A journal is a safe place to do this kind of thinking. It helps you face your fears and build mental strength. Sixth, a journal helps you remember important lessons. Life is full of experiences, but we often forget what we learn from them. Writing things down helps you keep those lessons fresh in your mind. For example, if you had a difficult conversation with a friend and learned something important about communication, you can write it down and read it again later. This way, you don't have to make the same mistakes twice. The Stoics believe that wisdom comes from experience, but only if you pay attention to it. A journal is a way to store your wisdom and use it when you need it. Seventh, a journal helps you stay focused on what matters. In our busy lives, it's easy to get distracted by things that don't really matter. We worry about money, fame, or what other people think of us. The Stoics believed that these things are not important. What matters is your character, your actions, and your ability to live a virtuous life. A journal helps you stay connected to these values. When you write about your goals and reflect on your actions, you remind yourself of what is truly important. This keeps you grounded and focused on the things that bring real happiness. 8. A journal helps you build discipline. Writing every day is not always easy. Sometimes you don't feel like it, or you think you don't have time. But the Stoics believed that discipline is the key to freedom. When you make a habit of journaling, you are training your mind to be consistent and disciplined. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life. If you can commit to writing every day, you can also commit to exercising, studying, or working hard. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Finally, a journal helps you leave a legacy. Many of the Stoics' writings have survived for thousands of years. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, wrote his journal, Meditations, which is still read and admired today. He didn't write it for other people, he wrote it for himself. But his words have inspired millions of people around the world. Your journal might not become famous, but it can still be a gift to yourself and others. It can be a record of your thoughts, your struggles, and your growth. It can show you how far you've come and remind you of the person you want to be. In conclusion, a journal is one of the most powerful tools you can use to live a better life. It helps you think clearly, reflect on your actions, practice gratitude, set goals, prepare for challenges, remember lessons, stay focused, build discipline, and leave a legacy. The Stoics knew this, and that's why they all kept personal journals. You don't have to be a philosopher to benefit from journaling. Anyone can do it, and anyone can grow from it. So grab a notebook, find a quiet place, and start writing. You might be surprised at how much it can change your life. Remember, the goal is not to write perfectly or impress anyone. The goal is to be honest with yourself and learn from your experiences. As the Stoics would say, the only way to live a good life is to live a thoughtful life. And a journal is the best way to start.